Hey, so this is how to do the infra estimates here. First thing we're going to want to do is get our estimate sheet open. Looks like this. It's going to be really fast run through on how to do this. Don't mind the fact that my browser is not working here. Go and open up Web Office. Run a ItemNet optimized report. I look at 3 months of sales data. We're going to go ahead and view it, and we're going to export this as an Excel document. It'll be a column format. Save it something memorable and put it in an easy to find place. Then we got to format this so we can compare it to the estimate file. I remove all the data that is superfluous, and we want to make sure that we find and remove returns data so we don't accidentally import return data to a file looking for sales information. Can multi-select in Excel by shift clicking. I'm just making this a little bit more readable for myself and removing all the PLUs because I'm only going to want to look at UPCs and I don't want conflicting data. More pointless information on the bottom. We don't want any of the CRV stuff. I only want to estimate for 1 month's worth of sales data plus a little bit more, so I'm going to divide 3 months of sales by 2.7 and replace that 3 months worth of sales data with 1 month and remove my formula. Back to the estimate sheet. I'm going to cross-check the estimate sheet to my sales data using a VLOOKUP formula. Make sure we do the open parentheses VLOOKUP, second open parentheses, and select the UPC. Go back over to our sales and select the entire table here. Comma 3, comma false, double close parentheses, and then we'll copy all the way down. I want to do the same thing to the other ones here as well. You're going to see there's going to be several tabs in this Excel worksheet. That's equals open parentheses VLOOKUP open parentheses UPC comma, select the table, comma 3, comma false, double close parentheses, enter, and copy all the way down. Once more for the directs. Equals open parentheses VLOOKUP open parentheses, select the UPC comma, tab over and select the table, comma 3, comma false, double close parentheses and enter, and copy all the way down. So now what we want to do is go ahead and make sure that we are only inputting this data in a way that makes sense. If you look at the unit of sale in this this row here, it's 12, and the estimate is 23 point something. So we're going to do equals ceiling open parentheses, and we'll select the number, comma, and then the unit of sale, close parentheses, and we'll press enter. That makes it 24. We'll do the same thing here. That's equals ceiling open parentheses, number by the unit of sale, close parentheses, and do this on all three of them. There we go. Now we got ourselves set up, but the estimate, oh, there's a error here. Let's go ahead and redo that formula. We only want sales data on a cell that actually has sales data in the original estimate. So that NA was throwing a 6 for some reason. Okay, that's perfect. Let's go ahead and copy that down. Now what we're going to want to do, because we estimate by a case, not by the individual here, even though we order by the case via KHE, we're going to go ahead and divide the larger number by the unit of sale. And copy all the way down. That'll give us the case quantity, and we'll divide evenly because we set up a even unit of sale estimate. So you see, instead of 24 here, we have 2. So we'll go ahead and copy this, and this is the estimate that we'll actually send through. You don't actually have to select all this, so we'll just scroll up to the top and paste as values right here. Clear the contents of our calculations. Pressing Control H then is going to let us open the find and replace function, and we can find this NA that was thrown and replace with nothing. Same thing here, copy, paste as values, and clear the contents of our calculations. Last one, copy, paste as values, and clear the contents of our calculations. We'll do our find and replace after this, and remove the NA that's thrown for lack of data. And there we go. This is the tricky part. You have to go by hand, and I don't ever estimate for quantities of 1, so I bump manually all quantities of 1 up to 3. I don't really bother with the 2s just because we could be here all day. So I'm going to go and do that now. And you can see it takes 3-4 minutes here. Most of the time in the KHE estimates, you're going to see that the quantities of 1 are going to be once you run into areas like wellness, where you're going to find HABA and supplements. When you're doing this, you want to make sure that the edit that you make is in the estimate section and not the calculable section on the right. So if you find a 1 on the right, you want to make your edit in this column on the left where you've made your estimates. That's going to allow the formula on the right to continue to function the way it's intended. That way you don't mess with the integrity of the worksheet that you've exported. And as you can see, there was quite a few there in KHE. Threshold will tend to actually have some duplicate items that are estimated in KHE as well. I typically submit estimates for both and don't worry about the duplicates unless I'm told otherwise. I'll continue to do that. Bump all the 1s to 3s. Don't worry about any of the 2s, doesn't matter to me. Almost done here with threshold. Let's check the directs. I think there's only a couple in here. Alright, so let's go ahead and save this as something normal on the desktop, just so we know where it is. Looks like it's already there, and I'm just going to be replacing it. Now we're going to want to go to the INFRA MOA. And get ourselves logged in here. If you don't have the URL for this, likely it wasn't given to you, but that's project-waste-not. For internal use, that's okay. For anyone else, you have to have permission. Going to wait for this to load up here and import the file that we saved on the desktop. I don't mark complete upon upload just because I never trust anything, and I want to make sure that I actually have quantities filled in anything that I remember. So we'll go ahead and wait for it to upload here, and then I just peruse through real fast. Yep, I remember those, I carry those, KHE's fine. Yeah, pretty much alright. Okay. So we'll give threshold here a peek. And we'll give directs a peek. Yep. Now I mark complete, check yes. Oh, not quite what I wanted to do. I just wanted to mark complete. So I'll just cancel the download of this. Then I refresh the page just to make sure that mark complete saves, because I don't trust anything, and as you can see, we are just fine. Thank you.